Welcome to the NOSR Webs podcast, everybody. Buckle up.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving deep into crypto wealth
That's right.
and its impact on society.
Huge topic.
It really is.
And before we get started,
Yes.
don't forget to check out those links below.
Oh, yeah. Amazing offers down there, folks.
You won't want to miss them.
So let's jump in. Today, we're talking about how this digital gold rush
Yeah.
is changing the way we live, the way we spend, and even dream.
It's changing how we think.
It really is.
Wealth itself.
It's not all just about Lambos and Twitter feuds, is it?
It's so much more than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's unpack this.
Yeah.
First up,
Yeah.
who are these crypto nouveau riche?
Right.
You might be surprised to learn
Yeah.
that it's not all Silicon Valley tech bros.
Uh-huh.
The data paints a much more interesting picture.
It really does.
Right.
Almost half of all crypto millionaires are millennials.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. That's
And-
interesting.
To put that in perspective,
Okay.
when we look at traditional wealth,
Yeah.
only 23% of millionaires
Wow.
fall into that generation.
It's almost double.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference. What does this mean? Are we going to see a whole new generation of philanthropists and investors?
Potentially, yeah.
Luxury consumers?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, are we about to see a bunch of 30-year-olds on the Forbes list?
Well, we're already seeing their influence
Oh, yeah.
on the luxury market.
Okay.
We're talking luxury real estate
Uh-huh.
bought with Bitcoin.
Right.
High-end car dealerships accepting crypto.
Wow.
It's a whole new world.
It really is like a whole new world.
Yeah.
Speaking of new worlds,
Yeah.
I can't help but think about this crypto youth wealth effect.
Right.
22% of crypto millionaires
Under 35.
are under 35. That's practically unheard of
Yeah.
in the world of old money.
Absolutely.
Right.
Crypto has provided a path to wealth
Uh-huh.
that's significantly faster
Yeah.
than traditional avenues.
Right.
It's an interesting phenomenon.
It is, and while it's incredibly exciting for some,
Oh,
it also raises some questions about potential instability and risky behavior.
that's a good point. And it connects to the idea of social mobility.
Right.
One of the arguments for crypto is that it's a ladder for people who've been excluded from traditional finance.
Exactly.
The data seems to back that up. 15% of crypto millionaires
That's right.
come from lower middle class backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty significant.
It is.
However, we have to acknowledge the flip side.
Right.
While crypto has created these opportunities for some,
Uh-huh.
it's not a cure-all for wealth inequality.
It's not a magic solution.
No. In fact,
Yeah.
it can actually worsen
Yeah.
existing disparities.
Exactly.
Just look at the geographical distribution of crypto wealth.
Right.
You're talking about how the vast majority of crypto wealth
Yeah.
is concentrated in developed nations.
That's right.
Is that what's creating this new digital divide?
It's definitely a contributing factor.
72%,
72%.
to be exact.
In developed nations,
Okay.
emerging markets
Yeah.
hold about 23%,
Oh,
and developing nations,
Wow.
a tiny 5%.
so while some individuals are climbing that ladder,
Mm-hmm.
some entire regions are being left behind.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
It's a lot to think about.
it really is.
Okay, let's shift gears for a second.
All right.
And look at something a little bit more positive.
Okay.
Crypto philanthropy.
Yeah.
I've been reading about this explosion of donations made in crypto,
It's pretty amazing.
and it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Over $2.4 billion in just a few years.
That's a lot of good
That's a lot of good.
being done.
It is a fascinating trend.
It is.
What's particularly interesting to me is where this money is going.
Right.
A significant portion of it is directed toward technology education.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Given the, tech-savvy nature of the crypto community.
It's like they're investing in the future of the very thing
Yeah.
that made them wealthy.
But it's not just about tech, is it?
No,
They're also supporting environmental causes,
they are.
which is interesting considering the debate surrounding crypto's energy consumption.
A lot of folks are trying to make it more sustainable.
Yeah.
And traditional charitable causes are also benefiting.
So they're covering a pretty wide range of areas.
They are.
Which kind of suggests that they're not just throwing money at trendy causes,
Right.
but genuinely trying to make a difference.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got millennials driving the crypto wealth train.
Mm-hmm.
Some are climbing the social ladder,
Yeah.
others giving back in big ways.
That's great.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
There's a darker side to this story too, right?
Unfortunately.
Like
yeah.
any system that deals with wealth,
Uh-huh.
crypto can highlight existing inequalities.
Yeah.
The stats are pretty stark.
They are.
The top 1% of crypto holders
Okay.
control a whopping 90% of the total wealth.
That's a huge disparity.
Huge disparity.
Yeah, and there's a significant gender gap with 85% of crypto wealth holders being male.
Okay.
It's a classic case of the rich getting richer.
Right.
It feels like we're seeing the same patterns play out in the crypto world.
Definitely some parallels there.
The question is, is this inherent to crypto itself?
Yeah.
Or is it simply a reflection of broader societal issues that are being amplified in this new space?
It's a complex issue.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
And it's something for all of us to consider.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get too deep into the philosophical debates, I want to talk about the cultural impact of crypto wealth.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The crypto bro stereotype exists for a reason. Right?
Yeah, there's a reason that image exists.
All the stories about Lambos and luxury watches.
Right. There's some truth to those stereotypes.
Okay.
Studies have shown that crypto wealth holders do tend to have
higher risk appetites.
Higher risk appetites.
They're more likely to make aggressive investments and take chances that others might shy away from.
So maybe not all Lambos. Maybe not all Lambos.
But definitely a little bit more adventurous when it comes to money.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Okay.
But it's not just about financial risk.
Okay.
Some studies also suggest that crypto wealth holders also face social challenges.
Social challenges.
Perhaps due to differing values from their non-crypto peers.
So it's like they're speaking a different language in a way when it comes to money and risk.
Absolutely.
Okay, so maybe it's not all sunshine and roses in the crypto club.
There are definitely some unique challenges.
But on a more tangible level, what about the impact on communities?
Okay.
We're seeing these crypto hubs popping up all over the place, driving up property values, creating new business districts.
That's right, attracting talent and investment.
It is, it's true.
But it's crucial to ask, are they inclusive?
Good question.
Or are they further dividing communities?
It's something to consider.
How are they impacting housing affordability for everyday people?
That's a key concern.
It's like any wave of development.
Yeah.
There are always winners and losers.
That's true.
And it's important to make sure that the benefits are being shared fairly.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, so we've got housing markets heating up.
Yeah.
Traditional finance, feeling the pressure.
Feeling the heat.
What other surprises?
What else is crypto going to shake up?
Does crypto wealth have in store for us?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Is it coming for our coffee next?
Well, let's talk about investment behavior. Crypto investors are using their gains to diversify into other asset classes.
So they're not just hoarding Bitcoin in their digital wallets.
Not at all.
They're branching out.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're seeing a trend of crypto wealth flowing into real estate stocks and even traditional investment funds.
Interesting.
It's not just about disrupting the system anymore.
Right.
It's about integrating into it.
It's like they're rewriting the rules of the game as they go along.
In a way, they are.
It speaks to how younger generations are approaching wealth management.
Yeah.
They're blending the old and the new.
Right.
Creating these hybrid portfolios that reflect their diverse financial perspective.
It's a new era of investing.
It's a new era of investing.
Yeah.
And this brings us back to the question of responsibility.
Ah, yes, the big question.
With great Bitcoin comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly.
Something like that.
As this new generation of wealth builders comes of age, they have a unique opportunity to shape the future.
In a way that's never been seen before?
They can choose to perpetuate existing systems of inequality, or they can use their resources to create a more just and equitable world.
It's a pivotal moment.
It is.
The choices they make will have ripple effects for generations to come.
It's true.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is.
But also a lot of potential.
A lot of potential.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations.
Absolutely.
To raise awareness and to encourage critical thinking about the impact of crypto wealth.
We need to keep asking the tough questions.
Absolutely.
And demand accountability.
Well said.
Thanks.
You've given our listeners a lot to ponder today.
Hopefully.
And hopefully inspired them to engage with these issues in a meaningful way.
I hope so.
Because ultimately, the future of crypto wealth.
The future is in our hands.
Yeah.
All right. That's a wrap for part 1 of this episode of the NOSR Webs podcast.
Okay.
Before you go, make sure you check out those amazing offers.
Amazing offers.
In the links below.
They could be your ticket.
They could be your ticket.
To the Crypto Club.
To the Crypto Club. We'll be back soon.
We'll be back to discuss the future of crypto wealth.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to the NOSR Webs podcast.
Right.
When we left off, we were pondering that million-dollar question.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What does the future hold for crypto wealth and its impact on society?
Yeah, because let's face it, predicting the future of crypto is like trying to herd cats on a roller coaster.
I like that analogy.
It's wild. It's unpredictable.
It is.
And you never know what's going to happen next.
You never know. So
well, let's try to wrangle those cats, shall we?
All right, let's wrangle them.
If current projections hold true, we're looking at a potential 30% annual increase
30%
in the crypto wealthy population.
That's a lot.
It's a significant jump.
It is.
Yep.
What kind of impact could that have on things like politics?
Oh, wow.
And traditional finance?
Big question.
Will we see Bitcoin billboards during election season?
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Imagine a world where crypto wealth begins to seriously influence political campaigns, lobbying efforts, and even policy decisions.
So you're saying like...
We're already seeing some early signs of this with crypto-focused PACs and advocacy groups gaining traction.
It really makes you wonder if we'll see like a crypto candidate running for office one day.
Wouldn't that be something?
Someone who promises to put everything on the blockchain.
Yeah. Make all the government data transparent, accessible to everyone on the blockchain.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
It'd be a new era of governance.
It would.
And when it comes to traditional finance, the disruption is already happening.
It is.
Decentralized finance platforms are offering alternatives to traditional banking.
Alternatives, yeah.
And crypto is increasingly being seen as a legitimate asset class.
So are we talking about a future where Wall Street gets replaced by Blockchain Boulevard?
Blockchain Boulevard, like that.
Will we all be trading stocks on our phones?
Yeah.
While sipping lattes with robot baristas?
Maybe not that extreme.
Okay.
But the landscape is definitely changing.
It is.
And it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about the philosophy behind it.
Okay, the underlying philosophy.
Yeah, the decentralization, the transparency, the individual empowerment that crypto represents.
It's like a whole new way of thinking about money and power.
A paradigm shift.
It's exciting.
It is.
It's a little bit intimidating.
It can be a little overwhelming.
It can be.
For sure.
And it's definitely making some people nervous.
Yeah, there's definitely some resistance. To this change.
There is.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about disruption and change, I can't help but wonder, what about the average person?
Right.
How will all of this impact their lives?
That's a crucial question.
Will they need a PhD in blockchain technology just to buy groceries?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I think the answer lies in education and accessibility.
Okay.
The more people understand about crypto and blockchain technology, the more they can participate in this new economy.
It's about breaking down those barriers to entry.
Absolutely.
And making sure everyone has a chance to benefit.
Yeah.
Not just the tech-savvy elite.
Not just the crypto bros. No.
Right, exactly.
It could be for everybody.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's not just about individual gain either, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's about how crypto wealth can be used to address societal challenges.
Exactly.
We talked about philanthropy earlier, but there's also the potential for impact investing.
There is.
Where crypto wealth is used to fund projects that create positive social or environmental change.
It's like a socially conscious version of crypto investing where you can do well while also doing good.
Kind of like a win-win for everyone.
Exactly a win.
And that brings us to what I believe is the most important question of all.
The big one.
The big one.
What responsibility comes with this new wealth?
Right.
How can it be used to create a more equitable and sustainable future?
That is a big question.
It is a big question.
But it's one we all need to be asking ourselves, whether we're crypto millionaires or just trying to navigate this rapidly changing world.
Right. We all have a part to play.
We all have a part to play in shaping the future.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about the wealthy either.
No.
Everyone has a role to play in shaping the future of crypto and its impact on society.
We need to have these conversations, challenge assumptions, and work together to ensure that this technology benefits all of humanity.
Well said.
Thank you.
Okay, before we get too philosophical,
all right,
let's get back to the numbers for a second.
Okay.
Research indicates that increases in crypto wealth correspond to an estimated $30 billion increase in U.S. consumption alone.
Just in the U.S.?
Just in the U.S.
That's huge.
With total effects potentially reaching $70 to $100 billion during peak periods.
Those are some serious numbers.
Those are some serious numbers.
And it shows that this isn't just a niche market anymore.
It's not.
This is a global phenomenon.
It is a force to be reckoned with.
It is a force to be reckoned with.
Crypto is shaking things up.
Shaking things up.
And it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon.
Not at all.
It sounds like we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
We are.
When it comes to understanding the full impact of crypto wealth.
Yeah, there's still so much to learn.
Buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a wild ride.
It's going to be a wild ride.
But hey,
that's
what makes it so exciting, right?
That's the fun of it.
The unknown is always a little bit thrilling.
Absolutely. The unknown is always exciting.
Exactly.
And remember, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
The more you understand about this new world, the better equipped you'll be to navigate it.
And make informed decisions.
So stay curious. Keep learning.
Stay curious.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
And with that, folks,
hi.
We've reached the end of part 2.
Part 2?
Of our deep dive into the world of crypto wealth.
Wow, what a journey.
We've explored the potential impact on politics, finance, and the average person's life.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
Well, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. There's still so much more to uncover.
Stay tuned for part 3.
Yes.
Where we'll delve into some specific examples of how crypto wealth is reshaping the world around us.
Get ready for some surprises.
Welcome back to the NOSR Webs podcast for the thrilling conclusion.
The thrilling conclusion, that's right.
Of our deep dive into the world of crypto wealth.
Yeah.
We've talked about the players, the potential, the pitfalls.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Now let's get down to brass tacks.
All right, let's do it.
And explore some real-world examples of how crypto wealth is changing the game.
Yeah, how's it playing out in the real world?
Exactly.
Okay.
For starters, let's look at the impact on housing markets.
Housing markets are.
And I'm not just talking about those flashy crypto mansions we see popping up in the news.
The ones with the Bitcoin-shaped swimming pools?
Oh, yeah.
And the Lamborghini garages?
The Bitcoin-shaped swimming pools and Lamborghini garages?
Exactly.
But you're saying there's more to it than that.
There's a lot more to it than that.
Okay.
Studies have shown that counties with a higher concentration of crypto investors experience faster home price appreciation after significant crypto returns.
So basically when Bitcoin booms.
When Bitcoin booms.
So do housing prices in crypto hotspots.
That's what the data suggests, yeah.
That's got to be creating some interesting dynamics.
It is. It's definitely shaking things up.
Right.
And it's not just affecting those directly involved in crypto. This has implications for housing affordability and availability for everyone in those areas.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword.
On one hand, you have this influx of wealth and investment. On the other hand, you have the potential for displacement and rising cost of living for longtime residents.
It's a tough situation.
It is. It sounds like a recipe for tension.
Yeah.
Especially for folks who aren't part of the crypto boom.
It's a valid concern.
It is.
And it really underscores the need for careful urban planning and policies that address the potential downsides of this rapid wealth influx.
It's about finding that balance. Making sure that everyone benefits from this new wave of investment.
Not just a select few.
Not just a select few.
Right.
Okay, so we've got housing markets heating up.
Yeah.
Traditional finance. Feeling the pressure.
Feeling the heat, for sure.
What other surprises does crypto wealth have in store for us?
What's next?
Is it coming for our coffee next?
Well, let's talk about investment behavior.
All right. Investment behavior.
Crypto investors are using their gains to diversify into other asset classes.
So they're not just hoarding Bitcoin in their digital wallets.
Not at all.
They're branching out.
They're branching out, exactly.
Interesting.
We're seeing a trend of crypto wealth flowing into real estate stocks and even traditional investment funds.
Right.
It's not just about disrupting the system anymore. It's about integrating into it.
It's like they're rewriting the rules of the game as they go along.
In a way, yeah, they're creating a new playbook.
It speaks to how younger generations are approaching wealth management.
It does.
Blending the old and the new.
Right.
Creating these hybrid portfolios that reflect their diverse financial perspectives.
Yeah, it's a new era of investing.
It's a new era of investing.
It is.
And this brings us back to the question of responsibility.
Ah, yes. Responsibility.
The great power, great responsibility dilemma.
Exactly.
With great Bitcoin comes great responsibility.
Right? Something like that.
Stuff like that.
As this new generation of wealth builders comes of age, they have a unique opportunity to shape the future.
To shape the future, for sure.
They can choose to perpetuate existing systems of inequality, or they can use their resources to create a more just and equitable world.
It's a pivotal moment.
It is a pivotal moment.
The choices they make will have ripple effects for generations to come.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
But also a lot of potential.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations.
Just keep talking about this.
To raise awareness and to encourage critical thinking.
Absolutely.
About the impact of crypto wealth.
We need to be asking the tough questions.
Yes, we do.
And demanding accountability.
Well said. You've given our listeners a lot to ponder today.
I hope so.
And hopefully inspire them to engage with these issues in a meaningful way.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Because ultimately, the future of crypto wealth is in our hands.
It is in our hands, yeah.
It is.
It's a collective responsibility.
It is a collective responsibility.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that brings us to the end of our crypto wealth deep dive.
The end of our deep dive.
We've explored the data.
We have.
Uncovered the trends.
We did.
And grappled with the ethical implications.
Those ethical questions are so important.
They are so important.
Yeah.
But the conversation doesn't end here.
It doesn't.
We encourage you to continue exploring, learning, and asking questions.
Stay curious.
Stay curious.
Right? Keep learning. Keep learning.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Remember, the future is being written right now.
It's happening right now.
And we all have a role to play.
We do.
What role will you choose? That's the question, isn't it?
That is the question.
What role will you choose?
Thanks for joining us on the NOSR Webs podcast.
It's been a pleasure.
And as always,
yes,
don't forget to check out those amazing offers.
There's amazing offers.
In the links below.
Down in the description.
You might just find your own path to crypto wealth.
You never know.
Until next time.
See you next time.